In this video, I'm going to show you how HTML5 sectioning elements affect the body of your page and how you can use them to create an HTML5 outline. The first thing we're going to do is create an HTML5 document, sort of like the one we have here. This one is a fairly basic page. It just has your typical head elements with the meta charset and the title. Then down in the body, I have H1 headline, an article headline, two section headlines, a footer for the article, and a footer for the page. If we then go and look at this page in my web browser, we can see that the page is fairly plain. You can see all of the same elements, the H1, H2, and H3 headlines, as well as the text, the footer content for both the article and the footer. But there is no visible distinction of any of these elements. In order to see visual distinctions on these elements, you would have to use CSS. But one of the things HTML5 gives us is the ability to add semantics to your document. So if we return to the HTML, here you can see that the HTML has no actual semantics. There's no real meaning behind these tags. Yes, H1 is a headline and P is a paragraph tag, but that's the only semantics we have. So we can add some semantic tags, some of the new HTML5 sectioning elements, to create a more semantically viable page. So the first thing I'm going to do is give the whole page a header, and I'm going to enclose the H1 at the top of the page. Then I'm going to create my article, because we know there's an article on this page, so I'm going to use the article sectioning element. I'm going to include the footer for the article, but not the footer for the page. Then, as you can see, we have two sections, so I'm going to create a section for the first using the sectioning element, the section tag. And I'll close that one out. And then I'm going to create the second section. The article itself has a footer, so I'm going to put that in. And then finally, there's a page footer that's outside of the article. And I'm going to add another footer tag at the bottom, enclosing that. So now we have a semantically valid page. So let's see what happens when we load it in the browser. I click on reload, and nothing seems to happen. Do we even know if it's working? So let's view the page source. And yes, the header is in there, the article's in there, the two sections are in there, the footer is in there. But it doesn't change how the page looks. That's because these HTML5 elements are semantic only. They define the meaning of the page. They do not define the look and feel. If you want to define how the sections or the article or the headers or the footers look, you should use CSS. The other thing that you get when you use HTML5 is you automatically get what's called an outline. An outline is just like what you thought of when you were building outlines in school. It's a list of your page as it's defined. And here you can see this website, the HTML5 outliner, that will show you what your web page looks like when you outline it. So first I'm going to select all of my HTML and copy it. Then I'm going to paste it into the HTML field. And as you can see, it's all there. Then I will click Outline This. And here you see the outline for this web page. There's my H1 headline, there's my H2 for the article, and there's my two H3s for the two sections. And that's how you use HTML5 sectioning elements and create an HTML5 outline.